Welcome to Duke's United Show. And Manchester United have just gone and won it 1-0. Clean sheet once again. Lovely. Another win and 3 more points. And we're getting closer to the top. That's all we care about. Garf, what did you think of that game? I know it's not the best of games, but we did make it hard for ourselves at the end. But how did you think the game went?
Do you know what? Gary Neville, all the way, I don't know if you were watching on Sky like I was. Gary Neville, all the through was acting like we were played really badly. And I didn't see that. I thought we'd done well. Like I said to you, obviously, I think we lost our nerve a little bit by bringing on McTominay and Fred to see out a 1-0 win. And that's always dangerous, man. You know what I mean? That's never a great tactic. But I was impressed with Man United. That's a game last year we're losing 100% of the time. You know what I mean? So the defence was rock solid. Like you said, another clean sheet, 3 points in the bag. West Ham's a tough team. It's one of them ones, mate. I'm actually happy with the performance and the result, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know where you lie. I don't know where you lie, particularly on what Gary Neville was saying. Like, oh, we played really badly.
No, it wasn't played really badly. In parts, we played well. And we played okay. I just knew from seeing the starting lineup, I knew that it was going to be disjointed and it wasn't always going to be as fluent as it's been. Mm-hmm. So when we started the game, I'm thinking we've made this a bit tough here. We're gonna, we are always going to be the superior team and probably get the clearer chances, but we're making this very hard on ourselves by picking the team that we picked. Elanga on one side, and then I was wondering if Rashford was up front or Rashford's on the left. I was looking at the Sky Sports app and I was wondering, how can Rashford not be on the left here? I don't get it. And then one app had him in the hole, Rashford. One app had Bruno on the right, and then Cristiano on the left. And I was like, what's this? What's going on? So it's a bit weird. That was weird. And then obviously the amount of times the ball changed hands in the game, it was ridiculous. Like it wasn't far too many times. And we're lucky that West Ham were toothless today, because we could have actually been hurt a few times by giving the ball away in the areas and getting done early on in the game. But I think we got better as the game went on. We got a bit of a hold on the game. And then Rashford, mate, great header. And even the one before that, great header. And even goal the other day, great header. So he's definitely
man's been training. Yeah, you know it. He's standing next to Cristiano Ronaldo, just like, show me how you do it, mate. Yeah, show me how you do it, brother.
Use your neck muscles, mate. Use your neck muscles. Yeah, he was on it. He was absolutely on it. So yeah, I was loving that. Absolutely loving that. But again, I'm just happy we got the 3 points on the day when Arsenal gone and blew away Nottingham Forest and got further ahead at the top. So yeah, not further ahead. They stayed the same, but reclaimed top spot. And where the way Spurs came back from losing, where they shouldn't, you're thinking, we're going to get points on them. Then they get their win. So we was like, we have to win and keep the pressure on these teams so we can go ahead of them at some point. I'm just happy we got the nil. We got the nil and Varane was not there and Maguire played. So yeah, I was very, very happy with that. But of course, we're going to have to go into the match ratings because that's what it's all about. So we're going to start with the big man in goal. I think you tell me what you think. Let's go with if I can find him.
He's getting a picture up there.
Yeah,
he's the one in a different shirt, Nath. You know what I mean? From everyone else. Listen, what he did today. Yes, King Eric, you know it, mate. You know it was a great win. What I saw today is the reason. I understand why a lot of fans want a new goalkeeper in who can pass out the back, and I agree. Long term, that is something we need to look at. But he saved us 2 points, if not 3 points today, with 2 magnificent saves. Magnificent saves. That one from the header was ridiculous. And what was the other one? Was it both headers? Yeah, the one from
Antonio, the header,
and the shot. Yeah.
He saved us, and near the end, right at the end, he was saving us all over the place in the end. So
I mean, it's close to a 9 for me. I'm going to go 8 because I want to give someone else a 9. But yeah, it's close to a 9 for me. He was magnificent today. So
you know what?
Yeah,
I actually had. Not only was he an 8, he was actually
star man and all.
Yeah, he's actually star man. He's actually star man. He is star man. Got to be star man. He's done an amazing job. Yeah, De Gea, who says you can't kick the ball? You're finding people on the left, finding Shaw on pinpoint. You did the job today. No misplaced passes, no misplaced nothing. You lured their players in, then popped it to the right back. I like what you did. Plus, you had your goalkeeping, which you're always good at, shot stopping. So I'm buzzing with De Gea today. In the comments, we've got Eric says, "What a great win." Red Lion says, "I'm not having anyone say anything about De Gea today." Exactly. He was the man today. You don't even need to ever talk while he's playing like that. Why would you even think about saying we need to replace him? We don't need to replace nothing right now. We have no worries whatsoever. Okay, we get a new one in soon. No problem. Like everyone does with a natural progression. But let's not look at it like look at it like, oh, he's a problem. He's never been a problem. So yeah, you go through bad spells and good spells. But let's go. One more comment's come up. We should have got the 3 points we wouldn't have got the 3 points if it wasn't for the hair.
100%, King Eric. Yeah, 100%, mate.
This man here.
Listen, I've been big, like, considering everything I gave, all the hate I gave him last year, this man for me is a revelation. He's my man of the match. He's getting a 9. And I mean that. It was amazing for today, mate. Defensive work, absolutely outstanding. Those headers that get, like, every time the ball come in, the backward flicks, man, the attacking play, honestly. And I know that I'm giving him a high score because of how much better he's got. But honestly, that's a high 8, 9 for me.
He convinced me, put me up to 8.
He's man, and he is my man of the match. And there was a lot on this. Is the thing, I didn't think we played that badly. I understand in spells that we were under the cosh, but I felt we dealt with it really, really well, Nath, mate. Like, so, man of the match, 8, 9 for me. So, Dano.
Yeah, I think he did everything he needs to do, everything he's supposed to do as well, and just always there. And stopping Benrahma as well is not no easy job. Like last year, I would have expected Benrahma to toast him all over the place. So 100%. Now do that. He's been tight with all players so far. And if he can continue doing that, hey, he makes me realize, right, you know, when we used to say Wan-Bissaka defensively, but him more attacking, it's like he's getting the same kind of ability to defend now. So, end of the day, you just want to see a bit more output attacking-wise. I still would want to see a bit more. But again, he's done absolutely amazing today. I can't fault him for anything. Absolutely amazing. Well done, Dalo. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. And you've been ever present, playing every week. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and his trajectory, that's what I'm looking at now. I like to look at like the potential. I always knew that this kid had potential when we signed him at 19, but he was never living up to it. And now all of a sudden, it's just accelerating, Nate. And like, if he keeps improving, man, he's going to become a really good player. Yeah, I'm not going to big up too much yet, but he's going to become a really good player, man. You know, I already heard that this club's sniffing about him, like in Spain and Italy, because of what he's doing. So, listen, most improved, 100% most improved player of the year, man.
Yeah, you know what? That actually rings a bell, because when I was reading what you're saying about his contract, it made me think, I wonder if like a Real Madrid might sniff for him, or Barcelona.
It's Barcelona's, I understand,
Yeah, I think he'll get off and go there. I think he would, because there's no reason for him to want to stay here over them, you know, Barcelona or Real Madrid. He might go, and there's not that many that you can look out there today going, wow, they're playing at a real high level that are available, you know, and his contract's running out. So he'll be on a massive deal if he went to somewhere in Spain. So, and Red Lion says, Dalo was great today, but we still feel we need an upgrade. Yeah, I still feel, obviously, we could do with having a better player. But again, I don't mind. If he's playing like this, I got no problems. It's the same way with the De Gea situation. If he's playing that well, I've got no problems. I've got no worries. I don't have to go, you know what, we really need a player, you know, in this position. You know, if someone became available in another position and they were like a lot of money, I'd still put my money in the other positions, because it would be like, I'd rather get that other position rather than a De Gea or a Dalo right now, if you get what I mean. Yeah. It's more important a striker. That's more important right now to me than anything. Right, so Dalo gets his dues. Wheezy.
I do agree with Red Line. If you're talking about right this second, we could definitely go and get an upgrade on Dalo, 100%, mate. But I can see his trajectory, and if he keeps going, I just think he could become really good. You can tell he had a good game. Old Real Harry Maguire's not in the comments.
We rolled our luck today at times, but important thing is we got the 3 points. What are you telling me?
I agree, Carrie, man. Maguire, do you know what? He's getting... I'm not going to go 8 and be silly. He's getting a 7. He played really well, though. He played really, really well. You're only going 6, fair play. I thought there was a couple of times that he got caught out on the pace, like Bolts running. But that's him, Nath. That's never going to change. You know what I mean? That's why he can't be our first team defender. Yeah. But I thought, considering everything that has been thrown at him and everything that's been said about him, I thought he did a decent performance today, man. I did.
Yeah. I was in an argument whether I should give him a 7 or a 6, because his second half performance was a lot better than the first half. I was gonna bring it up to a 7, but I thought, you know what, I can't, because I have to highlight the fact that we were, I think, a few decision making, being in the wrong position and getting caught out in the first half. Like 3 times it was glaring, and I'm like, Maguire, mate, you can't do that. You can't be standing on the halfway line trying to tackle, and then they're through on goal completely. And then you're getting done by trying to come out too far. I'm like, no, don't do that. And you can never get back from that. If you're standing still trying to put your legs out for 50 yards of space, you're never going to be able to cut it out, are you? Just run back. Just run back in a straight line. Like, that's all you have to do. So that bit there made us kind of open against the West Ham toothless. Imagine the team that's not toothless and we give them that. We're 2-0 down.
I see where you're coming from.
I'm putting him to a 6. He came more into the game. Second half, he did better. He did improve. Or maybe we just weren't in them positions where he was able to get exposed in them areas. So defensively, after that, winning headers, winning some challenges, nearly gave away a penalty with that nutmegs on him. And I thought, hope not. But it didn't. It worked out okay for us. So yeah, I was gonna give him a 7, but I just couldn't, just because of that. So yeah, I just thought he wasn't as good as Martinez. So
you're right.
I'm giving the same score as Martinez.
Because you're right. Because I'm about to do that. I'm about to give Martinez a 7. And I've just realised what you're saying, and you're 100% correct. Because I saw that a couple of times in the game where he just got burnt for pace, and I was like, that's just Harry Maguire, and this should show everyone that this is what Harry Maguire's about. Like, he is never exactly you're saying, that he can't sit up on the halfway line, because people like Ben Rama, like, if you're getting burnt, did you see him get burnt by Craig Dawson at one point? If you're getting burnt by Craig Dawson, mate, then we're in trouble, bro. Because that geezer's as old as me, mate. You know what I mean? Like, he's a decent player, but he's never been speedy, bro. He's never had speed in his games. But I was impressed, sort of. I know, but now you've explained it like that, Nathan. You are right. You're 100% right there, man.
So King Eric says, big up Maguire, very assured today, got some good tackles in and important moments. Yeah, you're right, he did. But you're right. He did have some good tackles, but you can't dismiss the mistakes. You can't. And because they didn't lead to goals, and a lot of his balls as well. He played a couple good ones, but then there was quite a few which were just to nobodies. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know, I was just thinking, what's happening there, Maguire? Come on. So to be fair, you can't give him more because you feel sorry for him. I'm giving exact results for what I see. And yeah, I'm giving a 6. I can't give him more than a 6. I'm sorry.
What you said was the right thing, because I'm about bring Martinez up. I'm giving him a 7. He was much better than Maguire in my mind. And so, the other thing I come back to is a 6 is a decent performance. I always say 6 is above average, man. Like a 5 is average, 6 is above average, 7 is decent. And then when you get into the 8, 9s and 10s, you've had a really good game. You know what I mean? So 6 isn't an insult. It's just
not. He played well. He played decent. He came
6.8, you know what I mean? 6.5 to 6.8. Yeah, exactly. If we did points, it'd be higher. But I agree with you entirely. Martinez a 7. Another great display from him, mate. He's quickly becoming one of my favourite players, because I love players like this, man. I loved Hensey when we had him. You know what I mean? I love Vidic. I love Stan. I love brutes, bro. Pure brutes. Yeah. Listen. If you're listening, Martinez, mate, I apologise for taking the mick about the height situation. I just want it out there now on camera again. I'm going to apologise every time we talk about it, bro, because I looked at the stats. He's got the best heading in the whole league, ain't he, or something stupid like that? He done it again today. Yeah. He beat someone in the air in the box. I was like, that was Martinez again, by the way, guys. RH says the Gaya man of match for me. Exactly, RH. That's exactly what I gave. Exactly. Yeah. And the other thing with Martinez, mate, is for someone who's so brutal, he don't give away fouls, which is not really. You know what I mean? He comes in, he clears you out, he gets up, he looks at you in disgust, and then walks away, mate. Just how I like my centre backs. You know what's funny? I was just speaking earlier about him, and they're like, "Oh, he's a bit rash." I'm like, "What do you mean he's a bit rash?" I thought he might be a bit rash, but when I've seen all his challenges, he's not been rash yet. Not even once have I seen him rash yet. Like, make a mad challenge where it's just totally mistimed or anything. Everything he makes, when he goes in hard, he knows he's going to win it. So he goes in hard then. And he's just there, and he's just a brute. I love it. I absolutely love what I'm seeing from him. Until I see it, I ain't going to call him rash ever. Don't say he's rash because he looks like he might be rash. When he is rash, call him rash. Call it out for as it is. And at the moment, he's never been rash. Gets a 7. We got another comment. No, just quickly on Martinez as well. Like, the way he plays, there will be moments where it's a bad tackle from him because of the way he plays, but that's not him being rash. When you collate it with everything else he's done, you can't be like, just because this one time he was rash, he's a rash player. You know what I mean? So I'm very impressed with him. Oh,
here's a nice, interesting one. Barry Saunders says, when is Maguire bashing going to end? Who was bashing Maguire anyway? Did anyone bash Maguire today? I don't remember anyone bashing Maguire. Anyway, Martinez made mistakes, but he was fantastic today. The difference is Martinez makes mistakes, never gets highlighted because he's the flavour of the month. No, it's leading to major problems. So you see when he got done on the halfway line, that led to a major chance, a major opportunity in the game. And the other time as well led to a major opportunity in the game. People can make mistakes. It's not a problem. But when is that his mistake? Or is that just the way he plays? Like, which one is it? Is it because he can't move, or is it because he made a decision and it was a wrong decision? It's because he can't move. So there's nothing. What can you say? It's not bashing. It's exactly what happened. Exactly what we saw. So I'm not bashing him. I'm just saying exactly what's what. I gave him a 6. He deserves a 6. Do you think he deserves more? Up to you. You could give him more if you want, but I'm giving him a 6 because he didn't play as well as Martinez. So that's it. I don't think I bashed him. I think I'm feeling quite nice to him, actually.
Yeah, I keep coming back to it. I keep coming back to this, man. Like, when we give Scott McTominay who scores, I get this as well. And it's like, no, I'm not bashing him. That is average. He played average. You know what I mean? I didn't see that many Martinez mistakes today, but maybe Barry's right. Maybe it would glass tinted a little bit because he is flavour of the month, but it's still not the chances, like you're saying, Nate, that's coming from his mistakes, where he can't recover. He's done. He's out of the game, and that's the problem with Maguire. If you get past him, he's out of the game completely. You know what I mean? But look, he done all right. We both said he did well. You know what I mean? So
hey, and the thing is, there's mistakes when you try and make a pass and it gets cut out. That's fine. There's no problem with that. It's glaring mistakes. So I don't think there was anyone else in the team that really made a glaring mistake. That's the only 2 glaring mistakes that I remember seeing in the game, and it was, due to him. So not much I can do about that.
Yeah, I mean, Rashford did do. I was fuming with Rashford earlier. Do you remember that silly back heel he tried? Where I was just like, "Don't." That is always in Rashford's problem, trying them little things. You ain't that boy, mate. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what you know. What I mean,
the first half especially, I couldn't see everything in the first half. But Luke Shaw. What are you thinking of this guy?
Great performance again. 7. Is it a 7 again? Because we've got a clean sheet. You know what I mean? He's assured. He's got great passing ability, and he really does open up that left-hand side for us. Like, he bombs down, and he's always on the edge of the box, waiting to receive a pass, waiting to give a pass, waiting to put a cross in. You know what I mean? So it's a 7 for me for Luke Shaw. So there you go. Yeah.
Just before we carry on, just see here. It says Barry says my points are he was put of a defense that got a clean part of a defense that got a clean sheet. Let's highlight the positive. Yeah, we got a clean sheet. It's great. But it's still like, this is player ratings. This is like one person at a time. So he didn't get the lowest score. He didn't get the lowest score for me. So he's done all right. 6 is okay for me. I think he did okay. Again, like I should say. Agree, Barry. It's a start for Maguire to do okay. Yeah, he grew into the game as well. Got better in the second half. He done a lot better. So Now, as for Shaw, he's just doing the right things now. He's running in behind. You see how he busted the gut to get him behind as well.
Yeah,
that's what we need to see. And then when he got fouled on the floor, he got up and started running back as well. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So I was buzzing from that as well. So sure, he's on it now. He's on it because he knows he's got a proper manager that's making him do the right things. Otherwise, if your standard slip, you're not playing, and then you won't be in the World Cup squad either. So he knows what's riding now. So he'll be on it.
He has to go. He has to go.
But this is the thing as well. Even if that's what makes him tick, a manager that does that to make him tick, who cares? Every player is different. Every player needs to be, gets ticked a certain way, and that's what Shaw needs. And if you do it, you get a top player. So happy. I'm just happy. Next up.
Casemiro is actually getting a 6 from me. There was a few fouls. There was a few loose balls from him today. It wasn't the greatest performance from him. You know what I mean? it's still decent. He's so class, man, that it almost feels like, I see you giving him a 7. It almost feels bad to give him a 6, but he wasn't the best on the pitch today, in my opinion, by a long way. So, but there's still moments, the things that he can do that other players can't. He can, his vision, like the bending passes out to Shaw on the wing they're gonna do so, like for us all season, they're gonna be amazing. But yeah, not his best game, not his best game by a long way for me.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen a few times where a few things didn't go right or a few things astray. But overall, when I see the ball into Dalot, into that hole, I see the balls in there and the balls in here, and I'm like, you know what? You're just quality. You know when you got in trouble and you like just jink the other way and just you'll jink the other way and lay it to Bruno to continue with the ball. I'm like, you know that you're under pressure here and you're doing all of that under pressure. You know what? You got a 7, mate. It was like like the Everton game where he did a few things not the best, but all of the other stuff was like very good quality. And everyone gave him man the match in that game. And even that goal that led to a goal by his mistake, which you see. So today, a midfielder's never gonna be flawless, if you get what I mean, in terms of making every pass correct and everything and not reaching. But the things he actually did were quality, and it led to opportunities for us to make things happen. So I'm gonna give him a 7 for that. I really believe he deserves a 7 for me. So yeah, that's fine. Let's move on. Let's go to Mr. Eriksson.
All right. So now listen, I rewatched the match again last week after what I said. I still agree with what I was saying about him. I thought he slowed the game down a lot. Today, really? He was magnificent. Is this Carrie? Yeah.
The difference Maguire today for me, actually, I felt safe with him at the back. So you felt he played the same as Martinez or better than Martinez? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Was he better than Martinez? Did Martinez deserve an 8 and then Maguire 7 then? Or are we just giving the result, the stats wrong or what? So
I can see people giving him a 7, mate. I can see people giving him a 7, but for me, 6 and 7, 6 and 7, they're so interchangeable anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm in an argument whether I was going to give him a 7 actually, but it just made it because of them things. I thought I can't give him the 7, and exactly them reasons I've already said. So I'm not going to.
No, your logic about Martinez is spot on, mate. 100% spot on, bro. So Eriksson, listen, he was magnificent today, mate. Magnificent. That ball for Rashford is exceptional. There are only a few players in the world that can do that. Like I didn't really, I knew he was good. I didn't realize he actually had that in his locker. Just that boom, whip, pace, everything. I did, but I didn't think he had it like in spades, like you know what I mean. All Rashford had to do was leap early, mate. You know what I mean? And he's supposed to get the header on and everything. Yeah. But as long as you've got the technical ability, that's on a plate for you, mate. That's on a plate.
Type header, you know.
Oh, bro, but that pass was ridiculous. And all game, he was doing today what everyone was talking about last week for me. He was on the ball. He did. Yeah, that's fair play. It was
as much today than it was then. So
it's weird, isn't it? I'm going 8. I am going 8, mate. I'm going 8 with Eriksson. Yeah, I am. Eriksson for me, he was up there with Dalot as one of the best players on the pitch. Yeah,
Eric says. Yeah, I'm giving him a 7. I just felt he done well. He done what he does. He does what he does. And he set up a goal. That's fine. And I felt, look, a 7's a good score. I think it was a good score. Yeah. We didn't really boss the game as much as I would have liked to. That's why most people did get like a 7, not 8s. Because again, we're playing against a West Ham who are toothless, and they're coming into the game, and the ball's their possession, our possession, their possession, our possession. We can't really say that they played that well if that's happening in a game. And Man United should be totally dominating a West Ham and not allowing them in to have so many chances, or half chances, should I say, and opportunities to make something happen, should I say. So yeah, but Eriksson played well. That's why he's getting a 7, not an 8 for me. Right, let's go to Bruno.
For me, Bruno, this is why, to be fair, like, if we're giving Eriksson a 7, I will go down one for Bruno. That's a 6 as well, in my opinion, because he did not have the greatest game. He was very ineffectual. You didn't see much of him. He still runs everywhere. He still does what he has to do, but it just wasn't one of his best games, Nate, if you know what I mean. It just really wasn't. So, there you go, exactly, yeah.
Exactly. He didn't really do a lot. He done okay. I think he done one silly move, which he tried to let the ball run. That never worked. And there was something else he did I didn't like. But again, it's just nitpicking what I didn't like. At the same time, was the case. The case was he didn't really affect the game as much as he can, and we know what he can do. So when you do that, you're gonna get a 6. So you know,
lovely cushioned header for Ericsson for the assist, mate. Lovely cushioned header there. But it was just one of them games, man. This is the thing. Like 6 ain't, like we keep saying, 6 ain't bad. He was just one of the more average players on the pitch today. You know what I mean? Like, and it must be tough for Ericsson, who's a whole player, in a game where you've just got West Ham like that. You know what I mean? Not giving you nothing. Oh, fair enough, Alex.
Visible, but he missed the quality. He deserves an 8. Wow. I should have checked that, to be fair. Imagine if we had to rely on Bruno all game for goals today, we wouldn't have won. He might have stepped up though. The thing is, when you need him to step up, he most of the time he does step up. You remember when he was on his own when he first came? It was just him, and he had to step up all the time, and he definitely did that, didn't he? How many goals did he
was it him? Was it him that played that ridiculous pass for Elanga early on as well? Was that it, Bruno? You know what I mean? If Elanga does better with that, someone's getting an assist. Yeah, so...
Yeah, that long ball. I can't remember.
Yeah, the long ball. I can't remember it either now. It might have been Casemiro, actually, but whoever...
Harry Martinez, centre-back, both played well. Yeah, I think they grew into it, and they played the best they've played together as a unit, obviously, so far. So I'm happy with that.
I do know. I'm just rereading what Alex said. I do agree with her there. Like, he did look tired today. There's no two ways. Like Bruno, like maybe it's time. Oh, he's missing the next game, isn't it? He's got yellow card. He's got 5 yellow cards, so he's out anyway for the next game. So maybe Bruno, he's out of the next Premier League game, mate.
Maybe Donny gets a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe Donny gets a chance. We'll see. Albert Hickenbottom says, "Few guys. I wish West Ham deserved the draw today. I think West Ham deserved the draw today. De Gea saved us. Bruno was pants." Right then.
I wouldn't have held it against them for getting a draw. I still think we did enough for the win. I really do. At the end, they're all over us, but that's because we were bottling it a little bit. You know what I mean? But I truly believe we did enough for the 3 points, man. Elanga, do you know what? You could take his game 2 ways now. At points, he's getting the ball, he's moving, but then there's just no end product. You see that shot he tried? You know, like, come on, brother. Like, so it's a 6 for me for Elanga. It is. I'm going to go for it. It's a 6. You're going that fair? Yeah, fair enough. That's what I mean. Like, what did he actually do?
You know, when I look at, I just see, you know, like you just want to see. I call it Welbeck settings. I want to see Welbeck settings from him, and that's too high a bar for him. And to be fair, I need it to be higher. I need his bar to go up, because when I seen that huge, Instagram post of his with his finishing, amazing finishing, dribbling past the cones, whipping bins, top bins, I'm like, wow, man's got left foot, right foot, top bins, everything. So then I'm expecting to see that in a game, but I know many people can do that in training. Can you transfer it into a game when you're getting pushed, when it's match tempo? Can you do it? Not shown me. He's not shown me yet. So until he can do that, I can't give him a high score. No. Look, and then remember the time when he picked it up and started running. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then he ran in the middle of everybody, and I'm like, where you going? Like,
with Bruno right there waiting for a pass, mate. Exactly.
Yeah.
Elanga for me, mate, he's another like McTominay player. He's a great squad player, but it feels to me when he starts, he doesn't do as well as when he comes off the bench. It's almost like I don't know if it's a real thing, Nate. I don't know if you know players like this, but it feels to me there are some players that if you put them on the bench, they're aggy all until they get on, and then they get on ready to go. You know what I mean? Reared up, like I'm playing well today, and then when you start them, they don't seem to have that energy, that aggression in them. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, funny enough, you say that, because that happened to me in my career. Like, I used to play all the time. I used to start all the time. I had 20 plus goals every season when I used to start. Play all the games, play 25 goals. And my goals ratio kept going up. So I went from 20 to 21 to 22 to 23 to 25 to 26 when I got the championship golden boot. But after that, I didn't start. And then I got used to playing off the bench. But what the difference happens is, you're not fit enough to run around for 90 minutes anymore.
Right, yeah.
You're now fit enough and sharp for like 30 minutes. And and everyone has been playing already. So imagine you come on for the last 30. Everyone's their stamina bar's down. My stamina bar's at the top, but that's all I've got like for that time.
Yeah.
So I come on and I look buzzing and killing everyone. And this happened to me at Watford. I was there. Every time I came on, I changed the game for us. Like, we just looked back in play, back in control. But like, I started a game, I was no good. I got tired in no time. And I'm like, man, I need to get back to playing again so I can have the mindset of a starter. So you've got the mindset of someone who starts and the mindset of someone who's on the bench. So it really does. You do need to get a run of games before you're able to do that. And that's why I don't go harsh on players when they're not really playing and they're not scoring so much. Like Cristiano this year, he's not playing so much. So I can't expect to have him score all the time. And everybody keeps saying, oh, he's played all these games. When you come off the bench and play for a few minutes, it's not all these games. Count the minutes. Let's be realistic here. Count the minutes that he's played and then say how many goals he scored. Don't say he's played 15, 16 games. He's only got 1 goal. That's not Cristiano. Think about the minutes. Maybe it might be 3 games or 4 and he scored 1. Okay. But it's not 15, 16. Come on, guys. Anyway. No. That's my.
Do you know what, Dave? I just as you go into it, it's like, that was a bit like me, mate, because I was a sub all my life for it. Until you got to the bit where you're like, I come off the bench and change the game, and I was like, well, that ain't like me at all, bruv. I just came on and saw it out, mate. You know what I mean? I come on when we were winning, bruv. So.
Oh my God! If Anthony had the longest pace, we'd be world class. That's what always happens, isn't it? If Maguire had, Varane's pace, we would have no problem whatsoever. He'd be a G, but. Obviously, you don't have the pace.
But also, I'll say this, King. Anthony would be a different player if he had that sort of pace as well, because you are a different. Yeah, you're a different winger.
Pace. I used to look at Sheringham and go, "Oh my gosh, his touch is sick, finishing sick." Imagine he had pace and he was running that play, but it just never is the case, isn't it? Like you either got pace, or and then you used your pace all the time, and then you're probably not so good technically, and then you got no pace, and you have to be good at something else, don't you? So your technical is good. So. It's very rare you've got everything like a Ronaldo 9. Like he's got everything. Absolutely.
Oh, don't. Mate, quick side note, I saw a YouTube video of Ronaldo yesterday, mate. It's the sickest. He's still the sickest player, man. He's still.
Is that the one I sent you?
Yeah, is it you said? Was it you? Oh, mate, he's so
sick, isn't it?
He's so sick.
We got to highlight that. We got to highlight that. But Hottie says
that's a great name.
Nice. I watched Anthony many times in Holland. I can tell you he will never be world class. Wow. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
You know what? A little part of me, I kind of agree with you at the moment, but I don't know if he'll never be world class. It's the thing where you can see he's like restricting himself from doing everything that he can do. Why not try and take players on? No problem losing it. Like maybe he's got too much he doesn't want to lose the ball, so he doesn't try and take you on. He's got everything else apart from that take on, and also he's got no right foot whatsoever. So the left foot has got to be a better left foot, because when you get down the wing and you want to outside the foot it like your Cancelo, then you got to work on that Cancelo foot, don't you? Like, go and use your left foot. If you want to use only a left foot, make sure it's a 1, and then you might be world class. So you're right. There is a few things that I'm seeing in him, and I'm thinking, he's really going to be limited, isn't he? Really, in what he can do with the ball, with his left foot. Yeah. And he's not the greatest left foot anyway when it comes to taking shots. He scores them curlers, but it's not like he's a pinpoint shooter with that left foot. It's not like he's a Van Persie left foot. You know what I mean? Where it's absolute pinpoint in corners all the time. So, yeah. Alex says he doesn't play for Holland. He plays for well for them. You're talking about Elanga, yeah?
He's talking, Lang. We're talking about is he talking about? Oh, we shan't. This is the one we've got too many Anthony's in that team now, mate.
Anthony.
That's no H. Yeah, there's no H. There's no H.
So Alex, I think you got that wrong. He's still thinking there. Oh yeah, sorry. Good to see you back.
Decent game, mate. Decent game, fella. Decent game. It's still too slow for us. This is a real hard one, Nathan, man, because he didn't really affect the game, but it was just the most effort I've seen from Ronaldo in a long time. He was everywhere. He was chasing down. So it's a 7. It's a 7. No, it's a 6. I'm giving him a 6, Nathan. I'm giving him a 6. There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's really shaking your head, and I'm like, yeah, it is a 6, yeah, because he did a lot of work on the pitch. But the thing with Ronaldo, there's still moments like he has shots that you don't need to have, like that bit where he's just booting it into the geezers. Like, mate, we've all played FIFA. We know you ain't getting that shot off, bruv. Like, that's a 5-man block press, bruv. You ain't getting through that. Even you, Ronaldo, ain't getting through that, fella. But look, his game's improving again. He's going to be a valuable asset to us if we keep him all season. As much as I think he, like, after everything that went down with him, like, I wouldn't be bothered to see him go.
Yeah.
If he's going to be professional and act like this, he's an asset to the team, mate. In the end, you know what I mean. But we've got to remember the geezer's 38. he is not the Ronaldo. Even like people keep talking about last year, but then I went through it and I was like, yeah, he got 2 hat-tricks. He only scored 18. He got 2 hat-tricks. So there's 6 goals already. So there's 2 games he scored it. Like he scored. Don't get me wrong. We were bad last year and he did well for us, but it wasn't like Ronaldo at Real Madrid where he's scoring 55 goals in a season. Like the tally's going to come down, man. The tally's going to come down.
Yeah, but you know what? He was absolutely his finishing. If you look at the types of goals he scored, they were top-notch goals. Like them goals against the goal against Brighton. You know, there's so many goals where you go, you know what? That's what the kind of finishing I want to see. But the thing is, we
100%.
get the ball to him enough. We don't get the ball to him in them danger areas enough where he can have the chance to hit the ball or the chance to head the ball. That's the problem that I have. When I saw Elanga on one side and Rashford on the other, I'm like, he ain't getting no service from them. So who's he going to get service from? I'm thinking hopefully it'll be a Bruno or an Ericsson who will cross a ball in from one side, or Shaw or Dalot, because it's not the wingers. They ain't we don't have that in our wingers. The other wingers in other teams do have that. We don't. We have to have goals from our wingers. You know, like that's why I want to see Sancho more probably on the right, because he can probably do a bit more with his favoured right foot where you don't have to keep cutting in. He can maybe drive to the line a bit more. But we'll see. We'll see. But Cristiano played the 6 just because he's just not in the game as much and he worked real hard. But again, you can't get more than a 6, can you?
What you just said there, Nath, though, is what I'm thinking about Ronaldo now, is because he doesn't get enough chances, he's a goal merchant. He's a bagsman. He wants goals. And I remember this when I was like, if you're only getting 2 chances a game, even if you're taking that shot, you're taking it because I'm sure you were the same. You're a striker, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I've had 2 chances in the last 72 minutes, mate. I'm having this shot. I don't care. I don't care if you're there. I'm a Ronaldo. I'm going to score. So, it is a 6. He didn't do great, but it's a 6. There's no 2 ways about it. It's
yeah, true. Exactly. Rashi, what are you giving Rashford? 100th goal.
100th goal. Yeah, exactly, mate. You know, I mean, this is going to be a bit of a joyous moment. But he's getting an 8. It could, if I wanted it to be silly, I could give him a 9, but I'm not going to be silly. He's getting an 8. Lovely goal. Last 2 games, he's improved. Them headers are like, after we've been speaking for weeks about how you don't head. Like, all of a sudden, he's got the neck muscles of Tyson, mate. You know what I mean? Like, just douche. Lovely goal. Well worth it. So pleased for him. It's his 25th birthday tomorrow as well, man. He's still only 25. Yeah, he's still only 25. It's so young, bruv. He's played 300 games for Man United already. Like, scored 100 goals, 1 in 3. Like, you got to remember, don't play striker all the time. So 1 in 3 for me, that's a great stat. For a winger, an inside forward, I approve of 1 in 3, man. Listen, he's really getting back to form. Let's hope we can see Rashford a couple of years go out of nowhere now. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It's getting on Cristiano's back here. Martinez made an incredible run to carry the ball forward, and Ronaldo gets the ball and he plays a poor pass. Sometimes it happens sometimes. Messi would never.
Oh, Alex, we're going to have a conversation about it, because I'm beginning to sniff that you're a Messi fan over Ronaldo, and I can't have that. You're Messi over Ronaldo as well?
No. Not in that way. I think he's naturally better. Messi's naturally a better player. He's a better team player in terms of being able to pop with his teammates and stuff. But Cristiano's got more attributes to his game, 100%. And he's done it in more countries. And he's scored more overall in his whole career. So to be able to do that over Messi is ridiculous in itself. So Cristiano gets the whatever you want to call it.
The goat nod. Yeah, the goat nod.
I don't think he's the best player ever either. I think Ronaldo 9 is the best player ever. Yeah. But he just.
And I think Zidane is. Yeah.
But in terms of the actual best player, so someone in their prime playing 1 game, everyone will tell you, every defender in the world will tell you who's playing. Remember Nesta? He said, I played against this guy. I played against Cristiano. I played against Messi. But Ronaldo, nah, mate, he was something else. That's the kind of player. Everyone knows he's phenomenal. Zidane would talk about it saying, Ronaldo, he was something else. Like, he was a player you get on the field and you can do nothing about. Whether the team's playing well or not playing well, you can't do nothing about him. You know, like Haaland right now, you can't really do nothing about him if the team's playing well. If the team ain't playing well, he's nowhere to be seen. But for Ronaldo, oh my goodness me. Oh, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo 9, that era of, what was it, PSV, Inter, Real Madrid, was it? Am I missing one there? That's the 3, like,
He played for Milan as well. He
Was
played
there,
for
mate?
Barcelona,
No, no,
PSV,
that
Real
little
Madrid.
bit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little bit of and Barcelona, PSV, Barcelona, Inter, and Real Madrid. That period of Ronaldo then is disgraceful. Just go and have a look at him playing for PSV, mate, where he just takes the entire team on. He's just like, oh, you want this ball? You can't have this ball, mate. You can't have it, bro.
Yeah, Maradona R9, Zidane always in front. Del Piero was my main man.
Oh, I love Del
What a
Piero.
player he
I
was. He
love
used to
Del
destroy us
Piero. Yeah, but
all the time to kill us.
Yeah, I have Del Piero on that next level down of my favourite players like Batistuta.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Del Piero. Yeah, mate.
That's for another. We got to make another show for that one, don't we?
Hey, listen, the one man I always want to talk about, Nate, is Lilian Thuram, bruv. I used to that geezer, mate. I wanted him at Man United so badly. That was my favourite player back in the day. Anyway, so
Rashford is playing like the Rashford of old. Exactly. This guy, you can see when he gets on the ball, he's dribbling properly now. He's going at you with decision making. He's decisive in what he's doing, and I like that. Even though I know I just know what he's doing now, and I know even that shot that he had when he came in and he tried to whip it, and it just missed. I'm like, yeah, good. You tried to do the whip. At least you tried to do the whip, and it was a good connection. Another day that goes in, you get an 8, but today I think you get a 7 because obviously. You do look dangerous, but with the amount of dangerousness you look, you need to have more output. That's all I know. Harry Kane, he's coming to United soon, but don't try putting in your name.
I was going to say, don't be. Yeah, no,
don't try that. Come on, lad. Come on.
We're talking about the original Ronaldo here, mate. You can't. Gabriel Batistuta. Maybe I'll put him with Batistuta, but yeah, no.
Batistuta's ridiculous.
Oh, Alex is saying Messi over Ronaldo. Fair play, Alex. Fair
Messi
play.
over CR7. I hope you mean Messi.
Oh,
over
best
CR7.
be. Yeah.
But I'll be saying R9, or I'm gonna have to give you the.
I say this all the time. We're so lucky that. Yeah, we're so lucky that we're in this era where we're getting to see 2 of the greatest of all time do it. You know, what I mean, we've seen them throughout their career. It's been a joy to watch both of them. I believe Ronaldo's better just because exactly what Nate said. I think Ronaldo, you put him like his stature, his build, the attributes he's got, it just makes him slightly better than Messi. Messi is definitely the more technical, gifted player, 100%.
Left foot, right foot, free kick, everything, corner. He can do everything, honey. So. Messi can't do them headers like he can. He can't use his weak foot like he can. You know, he's not. He just doesn't. Obviously, World Cup stage, not really got much. He's not really done much. Not gone to different countries, played with different teams, and bossed it with all them other teams. The first time we seen him move to PSG, he's had a bit of a stinking first year, and now he's killing it again second year. So yeah, but yeah, Messi obviously unbelievable anyway. Both unbelievable. So let's not kill any one of them because they're both unbelievable. But what are you giving Ten Hag today for his team selection and then his subs? Because
so team selection is I'm going because there's injuries in there. I was going to mention this earlier.
Overall, his team selection and subs, not 1
7.
1.
No, 7, mate, 7. I was disappointed that with the subs at the end. I understand why he did it, but you're just inviting that pressure onto yourself in the Premier League. I don't know if it's different in Holland. Just like the moment you start doing that, opposition team sense blood and they're going to come at you. You know what I mean? Undisputed.
Of course, we can do this. We'll do. But
this. You're asking for trouble, and let's face it, man. They nearly scored at the end. They really did nearly score at the end. So 7 for me.
It's 1-0, clean sheet, 3 points. Players rested. Players rested, clean sheet, 3 points. The man's done it again. He's done it again, and I was a bit worried about the starting lineup, thinking we won't have too much going forward. We might be opening ourselves up to have them score against us, and we didn't let a goal in, and we scored our goal, and we don't need to play certain players today. I wanted to see Garnacho badly, but he didn't come on. I wanted to see Sancho come on and get a bit of just a little bit of game time, but I felt, you know what, this ain't the game. We'll wait for the next one. We'll just wait for the next one.
Yeah, certainly not for Garnacho. Say again?
We Sociedad.
Yeah, it must be Thursday on Thursday Sociedad, and then is it Villa in the League Cup at the weekend afterwards, isn't it? So
that's the Thursday. Wait a minute.
So it's Villa in the league next, then, isn't it? We've got Villa back to back in the League Cup and the league.
Yeah. Let me just double check that. Bringing it up now. Let's see what the next game is. We got Sociedad on Thursday at 5:45 away. So that's going to be a tough one. and then we've got Villa on the Sunday, and then we've got Villa again on the next Thursday. So Sunday 2 p.m. and then next Thursday 8 p.m. And they're both one's at Old Trafford. So the one in the Premier League's away
at Villa Park.
and the EFL Cup, which I've got tickets for actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, so I'm going to have to send my son down on his own. So, with his friend maybe. We'll see.
Well, tell him to make sure we get a good match report to us. You know what I mean? A good match report from there. So, beef, I'm just looking at it, Nate, and Fulham before the World Cup. I'm expecting 4 wins there, mate. I'm expecting 4 wins. No, 4 wins. 4 wins. Yeah. Beat Sociedad, beat Villa twice, and then beat Fulham. Yeah. 100%, mate. Yeah, I'm looking for.
Absolutely no doubt. Well, this has gone on pretty long, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can tell we won. you can tell things have got better because last year these lasted about 17 minutes and me and you were just steaming angry, you know.
Remember, let's just go. Why did we even
let's just get this over with. 5, 4, 5, 2.
Pogba's brother says we were tactically weak today, Ten Hag. Substitutions nearly lost us the game. Well, yeah, but it didn't. It was clean sheet. It was 1-0.
I do agree with him though. I didn't mind them at I didn't mind them at Tominay sub, but when I saw Fred coming on, although he could have just won the game completely for us with that header, that was a lovely header, just hit the post, obviously, you know what I mean. But it was pragmatic, and it's not the type of thing I like to see. But bottom line is, we got away with it. You know what I mean?
Got the win. It wasn't as enjoyable as I would have liked to watch, but again, look, we got the win, and we're staying up there near the top. That's all we can do. We can get maximum points, and we did it. So, very, very happy. I know McTominay played. I know Fred came on as well. But to be fair, they didn't come on long enough to give them any results. Yeah. So, to be fair, I'm giving them both a 5 or whatever.
Yeah. It's just like 5, 6 in it. You know what I mean? Whatever you want. That's.
But look, we got another show tomorrow, haven't we, Garf? Garf, what we got tomorrow?
We've got the morning. Morning round up at 10 a.m. Make sure you come and join me. I'll go through all the paper talk that we've got, transfer rumours. We've got our transfer guru Steve in my ear, letting me know what we're going to do, what we might get in during the summer. So we're going to talk about a little bit about the match again in a little bit more detail. You know what I mean? I'm going to bring your ratings up, Nate, so the people can have their say. You know what I'm saying? Just this is the Duke. This is the Duke scores. What are you talking? What's he talking about when you're not here? You know what I mean? I can just absolutely rip it apart. So yeah, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Make sure you join me. It's just a short show, giving you everything that's happened over the weekend. Particularly the transfer rumours with the transfer window coming up. There's a lot going on there, so see who people want. I haven't seen a lot of Gakpo, but I know that's a big one at the moment. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on him tonight, so I can give you my opinion on him. And then 10 a.m. tomorrow, people.
Perfect.
Be there or be square, as they used to say.
I'll be tuning in, watching you guys. Let us know what's going on. But until tomorrow, guys, thanks a lot. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And look forward to seeing you guys on another show next week. We'll be back next week for the Thursday game, won't we? So
Wednesday pre-match, Wednesday pre-match, Thursday post-match, Friday show.
Yeah. So peace out, guys. Let's let me I shouldn't say that.
Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Nath. I'm already up, bravo.
Peace out, people.